Welcome back to another little Genius Gems episode. I'm your host, Angela Chanowsky, and so excited to have Michael Hinderliter here with me today. Right before we got on, we were kind of exchanging. We're both globetrotters around the world, and so it's fun to watch and exchange stories. So excited to have you here today.
Yep. Thanks for having me on. Of course, I'm in the power washing industry, been there since 1981, but it's really nice to be at a stage in life to where I can work and travel. And this has been a great year. I encourage anybody to do it. Go see the world, get out there and experience life. So, okay, so on to the tip. So I really started jumping into AI content and learning more about it at the beginning of 2025, got really aggressive with it. And I went to an AI event not too long ago. And at the end of the event, one of my friends there says, "I'll send you my notes." I go, "What do you mean you're going to send me your notes?" Like, I didn't take any notes. And so I was kind of embarrassed because I knew about it, but I didn't do it. So I just recorded everything. And I go, "Oh, man." And so I'm going to show you as quick as I can. So I'm going to pull up on my phone and I'll try to show it. So if this focuses in, because it's going to try to focus on me. Okay, see that the top one that says voice record?
Yes.
Yeah, so voice record, you just open up the app and hit record in any meeting. And then after the meeting's over or whatever you're recording, you can convert it to a transcript. And once it's converted to a transcript, it's pretty easy. This happens to be on a Samsung. I know you can do it on the iPhone too. And then in the upper right, you get the three little dots. Hit that, pops up. And at the bottom of that, it'll have a share symbol. So I just take the share, and then I click the text file, which is a transcript that it just converted from all the communication in the meeting or the seminar or whatever you watched or that you attended. Take that, drop it into ChatGPT, and ask it to summarize a transcript. And it just, like, for memory or to catch all the high points, like the one I just did this past week is I went to a tax event and they had a speaker there talking about probates and trusts. And so I just did a quick, popped it in there, and I've got these 5 main topics she went over in the event, and or actually 6. And now I've got them, and it's easy to reference. I don't have to listen to all the content. I don't have to go in and try to write notes to keep up with everything. All I have to do is record it and go. And I know there's apps out there and stuff that do exactly what that is, but this is using ChatGPT and using a free version and using your phone and using the content, using everything you already have without having to go buy another app or another tool to be able to do the same thing you can do in chat and with your native phone.
Yeah, I love that. I haven't used that tool. I use some other ones sometimes when we're in notes, and I know my team does. Like, they have to keep track of me and but like you said, this is such a great thing because I think we get overwhelmed. Like, I know I do, with so many tools or so many apps, and then I forget to use them. Or applaud. I had that for a while, and now I don't even know where the bracelet is. To record all the things I was doing and then have it transcribe them and put them places. But if you can just keep it simple, like you told us, and use your phone that you already have and just always use it, tools aren't effective if they, create like blocks to use them.
Right. So the simpler you can keep it, the easier it is. And that was actually really simple. I was shocked at how quick and simple it was done. And I actually heard, so the event that I was at, it's kind of funny because I was there the whole day and I was recording everything. And the very last one I did, a lady came out to talk about AI and how you can use AI. And she goes, "Before everybody will start, I want everybody to pull out their phones and hit voice record." And and I was like, "Dang, I'm already doing that."
That's awesome. She's giving you the tools. Wow, I feel a step ahead in the audience. Do you do anything? I'm curious because I'm in the next step of organizing this. Once you have those in ChatGPT of events that you've gone, is there any tool that you use to organize, like, where you've put notes from things?
Oh,
Or you put.
Yeah. So actually within chat, there's something called projects. And projects, it's for a simple way of saying it's like a folder. So you can just organize and put all your projects or folders in the easier way to describe it, and just name them and then put everything in the folder and organize it so you can go back and find stuff easier later. Because I know sometimes like trying to search and remember, I was looking for a particular thing that I did just a couple days ago to share with my VA, and I was like, man, I can't remember what I called it, and I was searching and searching. I finally found it, and I go, if I would have looked in the folders, but I got it confused with my custom chats. So even though you're in it all the time, you still get confused because it's still such a new tool. It really is.
Yeah.
And the more you use it, the better you're going to get at it. I think that's probably the number one thing I can say is start using it, even if you're bad at it, even if you don't know what to say or what to do. Just start throwing stuff at it and see what kind of results you get. And you're going to get better. I think what is so anybody who's used Chat 4 went to Chat 5. I think 5.1 has gotten better. They fixed some of the issues.
Yeah.
But in 4, like you just got this long context, and 4 would kind of figure out what you were saying without giving a good prompting. But in 5, prompting is a lot more important. So I think it's always important to give it a persona. And what I've started telling my team, and I tell anybody this now, which I think is a great way to understand how to talk to Chat or any other, or Gemini or any of those, is assume you're talking to a stranger and you're going to describe what you want from them and the context you want them to give it back to you in. So they have no knowledge. That helps the LLM go out and grab the data and present it in a way you want to see it.
That's really good advice as well. I found the same thing, that 5 needs a lot better prompting. In the beginning, I was like, this isn't working like it works before. But you can ask it to teach you, as well.
Mhm.
That's the tip of just like asking it to teach you do it better.
Yeah. 2 things that I just had it, and I'm not finished yet. But I just learned that it's not that hard to create a task in Chat or to create an agent. And so I told Chat, well, teach me how to do it. And I did my first task. And so it runs every day at 9 a.m. and tells me if the Windows version of Atlas, which is the new web browser for ChatGPT, is available for Windows. Still not available, but I get reminded every morning at 9 a.m. whether or not it is.
I have yet to do a task, but you're not a Mac user, so you don't have Atlas yet.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I know you and JC love Apple products.
Yes.
Do you know that Apple just paid Google $1 billion to use Gemini?
Really?
Yes. So Gemini is going most likely be incorporated with Siri. It's going to be on the Apple platform, and that is a huge, huge move for Apple because they've been lagging behind. They needed this, and it's a big move for Google because now it's more eyes on, and it really could put Google, especially with the release of Gemini 3 now and its positioning, put Google way out in the front of OpenAI. So it's interesting to see what's happening.
It is interesting to watch all that and how it intertwines. Well,
yeah.
I always need to experiment with Atlas more when you're telling us to get on there. I was like, it does so many things, and I'm still trying to figure them all out. So
it's fun. It's fun learning about all this. It's actually pretty interesting. And my mind I think I stress myself out at times, and I think not only I do, but I think it's a common thing of trying to figure out how to use this competitively to create an advantage. And I'm constantly thinking like, I got to keep up. I don't want my competition to get too far ahead of me, and then I can't catch up.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest concern.
Yeah, it's changing the world. So how do we use it?
Yeah.
how do we use it to stay ahead?
Yep. And to use it in a way that actually has meaningful results. Because you can use it in plenty of ways that and create use cases that really don't benefit you or your customer, but it might be kind of cool. It really has to be a use case that at the end of the day makes your processes better and it creates value to either your staff or your customers.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Well, what is that? I'll do a final question for you, and then if you have anything else you want to share about AI, but
Okay.
what's like the either funnest or like a fun or like wowed you way that you use ChatGPT, like a question that you asked that you were just amazed in the answer or a new process it created?
Okay. All right. Well, I think the task and agency was pretty cool. I think that's really wowed me. But and I actually do this quite a bit. So I think it's an excellent fact checking source. And there are multiple times where I've been following a influencer and they've come out and said something and I'm like, I wonder if that's really true. And I trust their content and I think they're giving me like healthy advice and recommending healthy products. And I go to chat and I do research on, I'm like, that's not so healthy. Like they're just giving half the story because they're promoting a product. And it's really opened my eyes up a lot to what influencers do that, because it's part of their, it's how they create revenue for themselves. And they're not lying. They're just not giving you the full story. And it's been pretty interesting to see that. And I like using chat for that a lot.
Oh, I haven't done that. Is a great thing. We are both into health and longevity and biohacking. And so that is a great resource because you're right. They're not lying. And a lot of times they just haven't checked it out as much either, right? Somebody approaches them.
I think so.
It's healthy. They use it. They see some benefits, but maybe haven't completely vetted it. And so it's hard not to be on the next best like biohacking thing and be like, oh, I got to have that. No, that's the new best kind of creatine.
Oh, yeah.
That's the new best thing. I'll go ahead and take that. So that's great to have. And I have a health agent built in ChatGPT. That's one of my bots, putting all the different things in there and training it on what our goals are, what our things are, what we currently do, so that I haven't necessarily used it for fact because I will get on those Instagram reels and think that there's something I have to have. But that's a great way of that. Like I just integrate something like, how would this affect the rest of the things? Or does this?
Yeah. And then there's one other thing that I found the other day. I haven't used it a whole lot yet, but I think it's a pretty neat tool. And that is if you go into Explore GBTs.
Okay.
And these are like custom GBTs that have already been created.
Yeah.
And you can use those to go find and do things. And, you got Canva. And, the featured ones are Expedia. And there's a video AI. But the one I'm really waiting for that I want to see come on there is All Trails because I love to go hiking. So I'm waiting to see All Trails jump on there.
Oh, that would be awesome. Well, thank you so much, Michael, for popping in with us, sharing some of your genius gems and how you're using AI.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in and check us out next time on Genius Gems.